Alright guys, welcome back to part 2, finally, right? Part 2 of this wedding at the Kim Sing Theater in Los Angeles. This is the cocktail hour that they had. I'm basically just going around, getting the very best angle according to the light, and taking shots of people. The light right there is coming from behind me. You see those windows? So right now I'm shooting against the light, which isn't what I want to do. When I take those shots though of her, I try and position her with the wall behind her and not the window so that she doesn't get lost in the brightness of the outside. So I go around like all of you have done, I'm sure, just getting whatever you can, people having a good time. The cocktail hour is virtually the only time that you really have to get the guests. Other times you're busy with the bride and groom and their families and whoever's doing the speeches and things like that. So after I did that, I said because my assistant's right there, I go outside, I take detail shots of everything that's set up. This is really easy, this whole part of the day, because it's all outside and in shade, you know. So all of this becomes super easy. I'm using the 35 and the 85 Sigma art lenses, and I getting all the little details. I'm taking some wider shots, I'm taking some tighter shots. A lot of things are going on here, but I get everything, and I probably get everything like 3 times over, so you know there won't be a lack of shots. So Leanne, can you turn your body a little and then get close to it right there? And give me a sec, okay? Okay, right here, dude, I want you to whisper into her ear right there. Tell her. Good. Maybe both of you look this way now. Cheek to cheek. There we go. And stay like that for me. Hold on. Good, talk to each other, maybe Eskimo kiss. Kiss her in the cheek, dude, right there. Both of you look this way. You kiss him on the cheek, man. There you go. Alright, look into his eyes right there.
I was like, it's my photo.
Perfect. Let me get a few more shots now. So right here I switched over to video. It's super easy on the Nikon Z6. It's just a flip of a switch. Switch to video, single point on her face, keep it there, handheld, and I get this. And people really like having a trailer. Yeah.
Here, I'll get it.
Hey, yeah, you hold it for her. You hold it. There you go. Right there.
Wait, am I holding
Let him hold it. It's
Oh,
cool.
you wanna hold it?
Yeah, why not?
Just do your job.
Megan?
Do me a favor, turn your body a little this way, and then right there. Hold each other. Go ahead. Get close, like, yeah. Bring them in. I'm gonna ask you to do this twice, right? Okay, so just keep doing what you're doing. I love that. Leanne, why don't you kiss him on the cheek and you look my way, Andy, because you love those kisses, right? There we go. There we go. Show. Let me do that some more for video. There we go.
It's too close to smile.
Perfect, dude. Oh, so in love. All right, let's get to the marquee.
Yes.
Yay.
And so I have a couple of things that I want to do. We'll start off with a nice pose, and then I'll have you do a walking shot, okay? So this is where I put my life on the line here, because just make sure.
They should get combs.
I know, right? I'm gonna ask you guys to come this way, so I can try to block out. We might. All right. Look at each other. If I stop like right now, it's because there's a car there and I'm waiting for them to clear up. Move a little bit more this way. Maybe I can. Right there, right there. All right. Let's go right there. I can block them out right here. Look at each other. Go for a kiss. Look at me one more time, guys. Good. Kiss her hand, dude, right there. And there we go. Perfect. Good. Hold her like this, put your back into him. Hold her like that.
You can do it, put your back into it.
Yeah. And then turn your body slightly this way. A little bit, right there. And right there, I want you to kiss, hug, tell her all those nice things. Fucking cars scare me, man. Like they're gonna... Alright. Just gonna walk towards me, looking at each other. 1, 2, 3, go. Good, good, good. Ah, those are perfect, man. Okay, look, right here we have the opportunity to do some cool stuff. We can dip her. Okay. We can do this first though. Let's do this way. Turn your body this way and then move back like 3 steps. But you guys are gonna kiss. 1, 2, 3, go. Throw it up. You know what? Maybe because I want to see it up in the air, right? Maybe if you throw it from over here.
Okay.
And then you don't have to run very far because I'm really cropping tight. It always comes off once, so it's okay. Just hold. Look at me this time. Yeah, right there. 1. You can put your. It's not gonna stay. 1, 2, 3, go. No, don't run that way. Run back. Good. You have more ground to cover. Just yeah, slightly. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, it's okay. Pull it. You don't have to move any further. Just stay right there. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, stay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, walk. Look at me, look at me. Look at each other, walk slowly, it's okay. Bump hips, bump hips. There we go, be playful. There we go. Yeah, he did look like it. Okay, so for this one, you're gonna shoulder straight, you're gonna go, good, right here. Just get one like that. All right, stay like that. Just look at each other. Can I ask you guys to go closer to the wall? Can you? All right, good, right there. Look at me, guys. Put your arms around her, dude. Just hold her tight. So this is probably the part that you're most interested in because all of this is happening with Flash and there's nowhere to bounce it. Not that I would bounce it even if I could bounce it because that's not the way I do things. This right here, what's happening is the reason why I brought an assistant with me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. But it's so narrow and so small, the area that I have to work with, that I have an assistant to the left holding a light stand with the flash. You can see right here how much space I have to work with. It's not much. So when I have these cameras dangling to my left and to my right, it becomes kind of cumbersome. So that's why I brought an assistant this part of the day. Everything else up until then, maybe I could have done without one. It just makes it easier when they can get your cameras, get your bag, whatever, you know? So look, how many shots of the people can you take giving the speech? Probably not that many, right? But that's not the way I do things. So I take a lot and I switch positions to get them if I can. I try not to be cumbersome. I try not to be a hindrance to what's going on, but in this case, there's not much you can do. There's not space here, and I want to get the shots. So I position myself against the wall, I take a few shots, and then when the next speech giver comes up, then I'll switch myself again, try and get the same shots with the different people, or if possible. And then I try to get some of this the couple, which in this angle I can't. So I switch back to this angle, you see, and get the shots of her. You notice there's a light in the back right. That's adding an additional rim light to it. Maybe that wasn't really necessary because there's a lot of ambient light around that I can use to lift up the background lights. But I think it looks nice. I don't know, that's just my style. You don't have to use two lights. One really well placed light is good to have. And where you place the light, because right here it's way to the right, it's like virtually in front of him and I'm off to the side. It's just to give it a little dimension. So think of it as a big giant window. If you know how to do natural light, you actually do know how to use flash. It's just you gotta think of the flash as a window and then set the appropriate power. The hardest part I think people have is balancing the light that exists with the flash. And for that, you really have to know the technical part of it, like know that shutter speed doesn't affect flash. If you know that, then you know how to raise the ambient light. So this right here is definitely the most difficult reception area dancing that I've done in a long time. And I know you can tell why. I mean, look at it. It's purple everywhere. I mean, you don't want people to look like Thanos, right? Or Grimace or whoever else is purple. You don't want their skin tones to look like that. But man, this is difficult right here. So this is where I come and talk to you about like balancing the light. Look, my assistant's walking to the right because I'm gonna have the flash come from the right hand side. That's the angle of the light. How do you balance the light? You definitely don't want to kill all the purple, right? Because that's the aesthetic that they're going for. But you want to tone it down. You want to make it so that the flash hits their face and it doesn't look purple. Yes, it's gonna look a little purple because man, look at this place. It's all purple. So you have to balance the light. How do you do that? Well, take some shots without flash. How does it look? Then add flash. How does that look? Maybe you need more power on the flash. Keep going. Once you find the right setting, just keep it there. And then when they make the turn, so they're not facing away from you, take the shots. And that's the only thing you can do. If you keep moving the light, moving things around, you're gonna have to dial your settings in every time. Find the right angle, find the right settings, and stay there. Get the shots, because these dances, they can last a whole song, or they can last 30 seconds, because they don't play the whole song. So make sure you find those angles beforehand too, if possible. You're gonna have to make adjustments. I make adjustments all the time. Hopefully what you can do though is get the settings down. But in this case, what they did is they put these lights up before, after they started dancing, and so I wasn't ready for that. You have to be quick with the adjustments. Otherwise, you're not gonna get anything done. So I was kind of on the fence about showing you these pictures. These actually aren't even all of them. There's a lot here, but I left them in the video so you can see the culmination of my hard work. Plus, I can give you more insight into the photography business. Look, I'm using 4 lenses today, okay? The 35mm Sigma Art 1.4, the 50mm Sigma Art 1.4, the 85mm Sigma Art 1.4, and what else did I use? The macro lens. The macro lens to get a few shots here and there. That's it. Those are the 4 lenses I use. Really just 3, because the macro was just for, 2-3 shots. Editing all this using Capture One Pro. You can see the variety that I'm getting here. Like, look at me, talk to each other, hug. There's a lot of things going on here. I delivered over 1,500 photos for this wedding. If you guys have any questions, please make sure to comment. I get back to you maybe a little slowly, but I do. I am trying to keep up with making all these videos. It is a little difficult. It's just because of the workload that I have. I had so many weddings this year. I'm already up to 54 weddings for 2022, which is crazy, right? Because that's a lot of weddings. And in between all that, there's Christmas shoots that I just finished up. There's like maternity, there's this. I get asked to do newborn stuff all the time, and I'm like, that's the one thing I have a hard time with, because how many of you have a hard time with that? It's difficult for me. But just know that Flash too, look, I'm using Flash during these pictures. It's not that hard. You can do it. You just have to learn to balance the ambient with the flash. It's really, really not that difficult. Think about a big window. Where do you want the light to come from? Use that methodology and you'll be able to know where to place the flash. One thing that I talked about for this wedding too is that this place is awesome. It provides this natural light and I really enjoyed shooting here. I'm going to reach out to them. Actually, I already reached out to them and I'm gonna send them some photos and hopefully I can become a preferred vendor here for the Kim Sing Theater. It's super nice here. But one of the things that I did here is I had an assistant. Normally I don't really need or have an assistant, but having one does help, especially when I know that I'm gonna be in enclosed areas like this. Like they can hold it without having to put the light stand's legs down so nobody can trip over it. There's no hazard. Of course, I do have lights on the side, in the back, but that's very little hazard because there shouldn't be anybody walking around in that area. But my main light, it moves, and so the way I'm able to get the light to come from different directions and different things excuse me, I have my assistant move rather than me stopping the shooting and moving the light myself. I have my assistant do it, and that's super helpful. The other thing that I've noticed that I need an assistant for, or I really appreciate having one, is because I have the hold fast camera straps. I have two cameras to my left, one to my left, one to my right. And then when I bend down to like fix the dress or something, both my cameras are like dangling about to hit the ground. How many of you hate that? I know there's a way to holster your camera so that it stays in place. I haven't bought that yet. I guess I'm scared that it's gonna snap off and then my camera's gonna swing from my waist down to the ground and hit the, it's just like a nightmare, right? So I'm always cautious about that. But that's why I have an assistant. If you can pay somebody just, $15 an hour, it's just nicer to have that help than not to. Maybe if you have a really good assistant, they can help you with other things. Like for example, I was doing the hybrid video coverage for this wedding. So I actually did a wedding trailer for this video. At the same time I'm taking these pictures, I did a video trailer and I'll put it at the end so you can check out how it came out. I'm basically taking photos and then stopping and taking a little video throughout the whole thing. And you can see some of that throughout this video, but at the end of all this, you'll be able to see the whole video play out. No, it's not something like a professional, when I mean professional, somebody who is dedicated to video, who uses gimbals and this and that. Those people are gonna create something better because that's what they're there for solely. I'm doing this video handheld, okay? Handheld, 60 frames per second, and then just getting the video footage at the same time as the photo footage, or maybe not at the exact same time, but I take turns doing it, and in the end I come up with this really cool video that I think people really like. And I think that, and I actually know that because it gets requested quite a bit, as opposed to like a full-length video. They just want a 3 to 5 minute video. So let me know what you guys think, all right?